Hello there sexy PlayStation gamers, and welcome back to another video preview, and this time it's for Port Royale 4 on PS4. I recently had the chance to go hands-on with the beta release of the upcoming Port Royale 4. If you're not already a fan of the series and you're not really familiar with what it's all about, it's basically a 17th century economy simulator with in-depth city building and turn-based naval battles. In the final release of the game, you'll be able to choose from Spain, England, France and the Netherlands, with each of them providing different benefits and downsides that will keep each playthrough unique. For the beta, only Spain was available, so that's what we're going to focus on in this video. You can play a campaign mode for any of the nations that were mentioned earlier, or you can dive into the series' favourite free mode. The free mode offers an impossible to explain amount of customization that allows fans of the genre to get deep into the weeds of colonial trade in the Caribbean Sea. Now, I should say up front that I have never played any of the installments in the Port Royale franchise. In fact, I have very little experience with the city builder, economy simulator genre, at all. It's my hope that my ignorance gives me a unique perspective on the game, especially for other gamers who may be new to the genre but interested in checking it out. And, speaking as a newcomer to the genre, there is a fairly steep learning curve to Port Royale 4. Thankfully though, there are a ton of in-depth tutorials that will get you into the little itsy-beatsies of trade routes, buying and selling goods, managing the ocean currents and fighting at sea, and lots more. To that point, the campaign, which can be finished in 10 to 20 hours for experienced players, is a great way for beginners to get into the game. The occasional hand-holding and constant objectives keep you moving mostly in the right direction, and after playing the campaign for some hours, I can see the beauty and potential of the free play mode. Speaking of beauty, the massive 3D world of Port Royale 4 is gorgeous. You can zoom in and out of the world with ease, and it's beautiful to see from any angle. And, let's be honest, this is as close as most of us are going to get to the Caribbean anytime soon. You can zoom out to see the ships sailing across the sea to any of the 60 or so cities. And from here you can monitor the currents and keep your fleet from storms or pirates. Or you can zoom in close and watch people walk around the cities while monitoring the production of some of the many goods each city can produce. Whether you're producing rum, sugar, hemp, 420, fine clothes, furniture, or any number of the available goods, you'll have plenty to keep you busy. Port Royale 4 may not be the most in-depth city builder, but with 50 different buildings to choose from, including 25 production sites to keep the goods flowing, it was overwhelming for me at first. Much like at home, keeping the citizens of each city happy takes a lot of careful consideration and a few compromises, neither of which are my strong points, but it was fun to try. Some folks like the rum to flow, while others really like the finer things in life, like nice clothes and expensive furniture. The catch is that each city can only produce 7 different things, so you'll need to get yourself some new building permits to build in your neighbouring cities. Whether you want to be a legit businessman and take over your portion of the Caribbean with shrewd business decisions and hard work, or tip the scales in your favour with some light piracy, that's your choice. Maybe you'll want to go full-time pirate, and that's up to you. Whether you do go legit or full pirate, you'll eventually have access to 18 historically authentic ships from the late 16th and 17th centuries. As a fan of the old school turn-based action, the decision to change up the naval battles from real-time to turn-based is one that works for me. According to the developers, some of the battle animations aren't completely finished, but they were still fun to experience. Maneuvering your ships so they could fire the cannons on either side of the ship was a different strategy for me as a newcomer to naval strategy games. Hiring a good ship captain makes a big difference in these battles and really helps raise your fame. And I've watched enough period pieces to know that being famous and leaving a legacy is a big deal. Playing Port Royale 4 may not make you famous, but if the beta is any indication, it'll be a blast to play in your spare time while you try and leave your mark in the real world. Just, don't pirate the game, because that's just not on. Or is it? No, it's probably not. And that brings us to the end of this video preview. I hope you really enjoyed it. If you did, maybe like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Bye.